Good afternoon, Facebook. I am going live from my home office here in Chicago, Illinois. I've been promising you guys a FSBO script breakdown and also wanting to get one for my ISAs and all the rest of the ISAs out there. So if you have an in-house ISA, tag them in this video. You can actually go right to the comments right now and tag them if you want them to be able to see and watch this live. At any time, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. And try to keep it as much in line with scripting as possible. If you have other questions that you'd like me to answer, you can always go into the direct messenger in Facebook, okay? So over here I have the script that I've written out. It's very important to always have a script on you, with you, in front of you, accessible. That's a big no-no with any ISAs that work with me, to dial without a script. And also when I train agents that do their own dialing, they have to have a script in front of them at all times, okay? If you think about a director of a movie, he's never, ever, ever going to show up on set without a script, okay? The only way that they're going to start off with filming Toy Story 2 and not end up with Transformers or Dodgeball or Saw 3, okay, is to stick to the script and have the script in front of you. So I like to have that, just nail that in, grind that in. I don't care how long you've been dialing, okay? I've been dialing for, 15 years? And I've always had a script in front of me. So it is that important. You want to have your key questions that you want answered. You want to make sure that you are getting the things answered in that phone call that you're wanting to. And even if you get off a topic, you have the script to bring you back. Okay, so for ISAs, you want to have a script in front of you, and you can mark it up. This is the training packet that I actually give ISAs while I'm training them, and I encourage them to take a pen or highlighter and mark it up and take notes. All right. Before we dive into how to convert FSBOs at a high level while we're doing the cold calls, what I want to do, you guys, is explain why FSBOs are so complicated. All right. Most of the for sale by owners that we're dialing have already sold a house themselves, okay? Or they have a family member or a friend or a neighbor or somebody else that has sold a home themselves, guiding them. So it's already complicated because we have somebody that's a do-it-yourselfer, okay? These are people that want to have that great, good feeling that they accomplished something, that they did it on their own. They've Googled it, they've researched it, they've talked to their 12 closest real estate agent friends, they've talked to their neighbors, they've talked to their friend in another city, another state. They have done their research, all right? They probably Googled how to sell my home by myself and save on commission, all right? They've also Googled how to price my home. Some of them have even had an appraiser come out and price their home for them, okay? Some of them have. I would say that 1 out of every 4 FSBOs that you are calling, and this is actually a conservative number in California, because I would say more than 75% of California FSBOs are being sold by people that know what they're doing, that they have experience in what they're doing, okay? Or they are experienced investors and they have the attorneys that can do the paperwork. They have the title companies in their back pocket. They use the same people at the same time, and they have a huge success with getting this stuff done, okay? And that doesn't mean that you can't bring them value. What that means is every time, let's say 1 out of 4, we'll leave California out of it, okay? 1 out of 4 of those people are going to have experience, which means that your typical script for FSBOs is not going to bring them value. You being a real estate agent wanting to sell their home for them, just right off the bat, just generically putting that out there, is not going to bring them value, okay? And because they're stubborn on doing it themselves, all right? These are like teenagers that you're trying to get to follow your rules, okay? You have to play some Jedi mind tricks on them to get them to work with you. I've always gone after FSBOs by what do they want to buy after they sell this house. All right, I don't go after FSBOs to earn their business, earn their listing, beg for them to listen to me, beg for them to see the value in my service. If somebody that owns a house wants to do their own showings, write up their own paperwork, negotiate their own contracts, and keep their home show ready, and keep the marketing and everything else relevant, if they want to take that on, God bless them, okay? Now, I know that it's my job and I'm licensed to do it, and I could probably do a better job of it, or at least help them leverage off their time, okay? But what if that isn't a value to them? What if them doing it themselves is worth the amount of time that they're spending, all right? So the way that I coach ISAs to go after for sale by owners, and the way that I've always gone after for sale by owners, is going after where I can provide value. And that's helping them buy another home. It's free for them to work for me. And if they're so busy selling their house, which I know that's a full-time job because that's what I do, right? That's what I used to do. Then they're not going to have time to look for a new home and sell this home. And they're probably commuting to this home to show it, all right? So there's a few ways that you can go after for sale by owners, and I'm gonna break that down. For the ISAs tuning into this, and for part of the ISA training, you are not the specialist. You are not the experienced, licensed person, all right? You don't want to get into market values. You don't want to get into how your real estate team can do a better job. Honestly, you don't know if they can, because you don't know this person's experience level, okay? But what you can do is go through a series of questions to see where you can bring them the most value, all right? So our for sale by owners scripts starts off with, hi, I'm calling about the home for sale on the street name. Right here, generically, it says Main Street. Okay, so hi, the person answers the phone, you go, hi, my name's Alita. I'm calling about the home for sale on Main Street. Is this Susan? And they'll say, yes, it is. And I'll say, great, my name's Alita. I'm calling on behalf of so-and-so with XYZ Real Estate. We noticed that you have your home for sale by owner, and you're selling it. We noticed that you have your home for sale and you're selling it by yourself. Is that correct? And they'll say yes. And this script goes right into, I'm calling because we've helped a lot of for sale by owners sell their homes and find their new home. I just wanted to give you a quick call to see how things are going for you. And they're going to go, oh, they're going okay. And they're going to give us a little bit of the story, okay? And they're going to go, but we don't want to list it. And what my ISAs are trained to say next is, absolutely, I can appreciate that. When this home does sell, where do you plan to move? Do you need to purchase a new home when this one sells? And they're going to go, yes, no, we already did. Maybe this is an investment property, etc. They're going to tell you the story, okay? Number one, if they say we've already purchased a home and we're trying to get this one sold, that's where you can go off of bringing them the most value. Because my next question, whether you're an ISA or an agent, is, okay, great, how long do you have, before this needs to be sold? How much time are we working with? And I go right into real estate mode. If you're the ISA calling, I would go right into, great, how much time do you have before you need to have this home sold? Are you getting many offers? Are you getting many showings? We do specialize in selling homes in your area. How about we set up a quick interview? You're gonna have double mortgages, right? That's the only circumstance where I would go right into, wow, this is a pain point. You're paying 2 mortgages. How can we help you? Okay. But if they say, yes, they need to purchase a new home when this one sells, perfect. What I would like to do is stop by tomorrow evening, or have my real estate agent stop by tomorrow evening. I would like to bring some homes that are currently for sale by owner and for sale in your area, that we can look through them and see if there are any that you'd like to see. And it completely throws them off guard. They're like, wait, what? You want to help me buy a home? Well, yes, absolutely. And the next question is, are you already working with a lender? And they're going to say yes, no, right? Most of them say no. Okay, so your plan is to sell this home, and then are you going to rent while you're waiting to get pre-qualified and find another home? Or was your plan to sell this home and go right into buying another home while you're in closing? And it really throws them off guard. If you guys haven't tried this, you need to, okay? They start thinking about, oh yeah, I really didn't take that into consideration. I really didn't think about being homeless, right? And that's actually what I have them say. Okay, they go right into, well, the last thing we would want to do is put you in a situation where you've had accepted an offer and you're worried about becoming homeless. So how about you tell me a little bit more about what you're looking for? What area do you want to stay in? Are you moving out of this area, moving out of state? What price range would you like to be in? Anything specific about the location? Single story, 2-story, is having a backyard important to you? Is there anything about your new home that you want that isn't in this home that you're selling? Get a real good portfolio on what they're looking for. You want to completely get their brain rambling on what they're looking to buy. Okay, and all you're doing is taking notes, whether you're the real estate agent or the ISA. What I want you to do is take notes and completely engage in this part of the conversation, okay? And if they're not working with a lender, what I want you to do is set an appointment with their lender first. All right? So first things first, what I'd like to do is get you in touch with our preferred lender with a 10, 15-minute conversation. We can at least get any of the concerns out of the way with getting you pre-qualified. We can also confirm the price range that you'll be able to purchase in. And if there's anything keeping you from making a purchase now, you'll be able to quickly pull your home off the market until you're prepared to buy a home. How does that sound? And they always say yes. Always. Unless they have a friend lender that they're going to call. They're going to, well, I'll just call my friend lender. Okay? So you set them an appointment with your lender. Now we have everything arranged through Calendly link. So all the ISA has to do is go to the script, click on the link, say, okay, great. Well, he has today at 4, tomorrow at 10 available. What would be best for you? And we schedule that appointment with the lender. And then we notify the real estate agent and the lender of this appointment. All right. Now we have it set up to where we call them back within 48 hours to see how that appointment went, to make sure that they were able to get pre-qualified. Most of you internally, your lenders are going to communicate with you if they were pre-qualified or not. But it's the ISA's job, okay, to call that person back and ask them how the conversation went with the lender. You want to hear it from the homeowner. You're building a relationship to help them buy a home. Don't shy away from those conversations, okay? Call them back up. Hey, Susan, this is Alita. We spoke the other day. You were wanting to purchase a home and I had you an appointment with my lender. How'd the conversation go? It went fantastic. We're pre-qualified. Great. What price range? What area? Okay, fantastic. You know what? I see that my real estate agent is actually going to be in your area around 6 o'clock tonight. I'm going to collect some homes that you talked about that I think you're really going to love. Have them come over there, meet you in person, and schedule some showings. Okay, how's tonight at 6? Will both decision makers be home? Oh no, okay, tomorrow at 10's better. Okay, perfect. You know what? I'm going to move something around, but let's go and do tomorrow at 10. All right, and you put that in there. Hi, Daniel. What's up? You know what? It is sunny Illinois right now too. Look at that. I don't know if you can see. Can you see how beautiful it is out? It's like 77 degrees outside. Anyway, back on track. So the real estate agent is then going to go over to this for sale by owner's house. And what I want you to do is sit down at their coffee table or sit down at their table or their island. And I want you to have either paper copies or an iPad, something easy that you can just give to them, a tablet that says, these are the current homes that are available in your price range, area, location. When you spoke with my assistant, this is what she told me she was looking for. Does any of these catch your eye? Okay. And what I want you to do is I want you to focus on what they want to buy. When you schedule showings, right? You write there, okay, great, let's schedule the showings right there, perfect. Now, I'm told that you need to sell this home before you can purchase a new home. Is that correct? Okay, great, give me a tour. You're going to have them give you a tour. You're going to say, great, let's check the market values. You're going to open up your tablet, your laptop, whatever you have there, okay? Connect to your hotspot. Don't be weird. Don't ask them for their Wi-Fi password, okay? Distract them like that. Open it up. Pull your comps right there in front of them. Be like, you had said that you had this for sale for about 3 weeks now and you guys really aren't getting much action. Okay. Well, this is why. It looks like you're about 15 to 20% overpriced. Or, the home just isn't really staged properly. It's kind of an eyesore. Let's move some things around. All right. Let me help you. Let me help you stage your home properly. All right. Now, if you'd like, of course, I can go ahead and take this job over for you. But since you have it for sale by owner, let's focus on getting you your new home. When we write an offer, we're going to have to get serious about selling this house. All right. So we don't have to make any changes right now. But once we write an offer and that offer is accepted, we're going to have to get really serious about getting this house sold. Because if you don't have it actively listed or have an accepted offer, there's a lot of times people are going to shy away from accepting your offer because it's contingent upon this house selling. All right. You want to educate them on that process. Educate them on price. Educate them on showing. Educate them on what the pictures they have online. Show them what you do differently. Okay. But focus on showing them houses for them to buy. They're not going to sell that home anyway if they don't find a home to buy. All right. Now, the next day when you go out showing with them, what you want to do, okay, is make sure that you are consistently getting them into homes that they want to write an offer on. Once they write an offer on the home is when you bring out your listing agreement. All right, now that's what I did. I was very successful with getting buy sells. All right. Now your ISA, their job is to get as much information about this FSBO as possible. I wanted to kind of go on to a little quick tangent about what your job is as the real estate agent once you get there. All right, because if you don't carry on with the feeling that your ISA did, you're going to kill the sale. You can't go in there and say, oh, I see you want to buy a house. Let's get this one sold and I want the listing. And no way, man. They're do-it-yourselfers. They want to get this done. They need to know that they can do it themselves. All right, they have a point to prove. So focus on the buy side, especially if they're pre-qualified. All right. Now this script for sell by owner, if they need to buy another house when this one sells, you set an appointment with their lender. You get everything that they want to move into. You get area, price, location, backyard, etc. Right? You get all those things. If I was to find you the perfect home, how soon would you want to move into it? It doesn't matter that they're for sale by owner. For sale by owner, sometimes when you ask them how soon they want their home sold, they say, it's whatever. If we get an offer, I'll wait 6 months if I have to. A lot of for sale by owners don't have realistic expectations. They'll literally throw a sign up before they have to move just to see what kind of action they get. So before you get off the phone, don't assume that their time frame motivation is tomorrow. All right? After you get all the specifications of what kind of home they want to buy, have your ISA ask them, great, if you're able to find this home, if I was able to find this home for you now, how soon would you want to move into it? If they say anytime within 0 to 3 months, make sure that you set that appointment. All right? In person, you want a lender appointment and realtor appointment. If they say anything 3+ months, I would ask them, what would stop you from wanting to purchase your perfect home sooner? Okay, and if they say it's because of their current home not being sold yet, that's where you go into, okay, great, well, let's go ahead and see if you get pre-qualified first. And then we'll talk about getting your home sold. But is that the only thing standing in the way of you wanting to buy that perfect house now? And if they say yes, say perfect, let's see what the lender says first. All right, does that make sense, you guys? This is a really easy script when you go through it like that. When you just take the pressure off of getting their listing, you take off the pressure of putting a sign in the ground. You take off the pressure of hosting open houses for them. You take off the pressure of reading your 10-point for sale by owner sales program to guarantee to get it sold the first time around. You take off all of the edge that they're going to be defensive about. All right, and go with the people that need to buy. Now, the people that don't need to buy after this one sells are usually investors. They're usually people that have done it themselves. They'll cut you off. I've sold plenty of houses. I really don't need your help. Thank you for your time. And don't waste your time. Don't waste your ISA's time. Don't waste your time begging for their business. Go on to the next one. Okay? Now, there are a couple objection handlers in here, okay, that I like to put on here for sale by owner, overcoming objections and their rebuttals. I know you can read that because it's backwards, but I'll just read out a couple of them to you, okay? When the for sale by owner says, I want to try to sell it myself first, what we like to say is, great, how long do you plan on selling it yourself? And then they're going to answer and then go right into, where do you plan to move when this home sells? All right, and they say, oh, we've already moved, and they plan on doing it for about 3 weeks. Okay, great, well, I'll call you back in 2 weeks and see how everything's going for you. Have you gotten any offers? How far away is this house that you already bought? Are you commuting? Some real estate agents even say, oh, you're commuting? Great. Well, if you ever need me to do a courtesy showing for you, just put a lockbox out there. I'd be happy to show the property for you. That's another great way to earn their business. When they say, I don't want to list with a realtor, you go, great. Are you open to working with a real estate agent to sell your home if we brought you a buyer? Right? Will you work with me if I bring a buyer? Or you can say, I actually was just calling to see if you needed to buy a home after this one sold, and get them off of that. All right? Because that's when they say, I don't want to list with a realtor, and they go to hang up on you, you gotta move fast. Oh, actually, I wasn't interested in your listing. It looks like you have that handled. Were you planning on making a purchase when this one's sold? Or, okay, I can understand that. Are you open to working with a real estate agent if we brought you a buyer? Okay, great. Well, what we'd like to do is schedule a time to take a tour, get the commission paperwork agreement out of the way, and then I can find buyers this weekend to show for you, okay? Never bring a buyer to a for sale by owner without your commission agreement in place. Never do it. And then another one says, I'm curious if when they say I don't want to list with a realtor, your rebuttal could be, I'm curious, is having to pay a commission the main reason why you decided to sell the home yourself instead of using a realtor? And if they say yes, if you don't have a commission deduction program, that's really one where you can say, absolutely, I can appreciate that. If I was able to get you a higher market value for your property through staging and marketing, would you consider hiring me? Or if you have a flat rate service, this is your time to shine. Okay? Say, actually, unlike a lot of the customary real estate agents, I have a flat rate program. Let's go ahead and meet in person. We'll talk about it. We'll see if your home's a good fit for this. And then you schedule the appointment. Okay? For the ISA, if your company has a flat rate program, this is your time to shine. Okay? When they say, I'm not interested, just bam, I'm not interested. You can just totally catch them off guard with, okay, yeah, I can understand that. Have you had many showings or offers? How long have you had it listed for? How long has it been on the market? Are you hoping to buy another house when this one sells? You go right into those. And if they say, no, actually, my plans have changed, we're actually not selling it anymore, you go right into, were you not able to get the offer that you wanted? Did you get many showings? What was your main reason for wanting to move? Try to learn a little bit more about why they put it on the market. Okay? And then your resolution to that objection can be, well, at the very least, we'd like to take a look into your property and see what market value it should have been at or what it could have sold in this market. What's the best email address for you? And we'll go ahead and share it with you. Or if you're going to be buy, you can say, actually, I'll be, my real estate agent would buy tomorrow around 6 o'clock. We can just drop it off for you real quick and let you know what we saw. And they might even say, no, you know what? My mother-in-law decided to move in with us and, it's the perfect single story for her. And we're just going to keep it for now, right? Or they're going to say, you know what? Our job transfer changed, so we're going to keep it for now. And my favorite objection handler to that is, okay, well, is this your forever home? Or are you just waiting for the seasons to change before you want to relist it again? That way I know how to nurture them long-term, okay? Now, some of the other things that are on here is how to nurture a for sale by owner, all right? If they say they're gonna focus on this for another 3 weeks, follow up with them in a third of the time. Call them every single Monday or Sunday, right? How are the showings this weekend? How is everything going for you, right? Have you made any changes? Is the price still the same? Call them, touch base with them based on what they've told you, all right? Some of the ways that we're able to convert FSBOs long-term is usually between the second and fifth phone call. It's to stay relevant. Most real estate agents completely lose interest. If they don't get the business right then and there, they've completely lost interest in helping them. And for sell by owners, want to work with somebody that cares about them. If they can't do it themselves, they want to feel good about who they hire. They want to be able to relate to you. They want to work well with you. They want to be able to say to their friends and family, we didn't sell it ourselves, but our real estate agent is awesome. They were so nice and they took the time and they called us 3 times and they didn't pressure us and they helped us find our new home. They came in and they staged it and moved pictures around and they hired a professional house cleaner for us. They checked in with us. They communicated all the time. These are going to be your biggest cheerleaders. Those FSBOs that you do end up helping, they're going to refer you people all the time. All right. But for sale by owners is not a lead source that you can just call every once in a while and expect to get a high ROI. All right. Your ISA is going to need 2 to 3 weeks of active on purpose training. You're going to need to communicate with them based on their nurtures, hot leads, and appointments that they set for you. So when you have an ISA, whether it's an external ISA or an internal ISA, you want to schedule time weekly to go through all of the notes and all of those situations to really solidify that marketing plan for the FSBOs and to see if they're overcoming their objections or to see if it's a for sale by owner that you'd really like to call. Our clients that are thriving with us calling for sale by owners for them are very hands-on with their leads. They don't take nurtures for granted. People that want to hear from you again are people that need to be in your CRM, in your direct marketing, a personal phone call from you. As a real estate agent, your lead generation should be following up and calling everybody that wants to hear from you. What I like to have you guys do is with those 5 to 10 nurtures that you guys get daily or weekly, depending on how much dialing you have your ISA doing, is to have it be put on a spreadsheet, and then you can read the notes, look at the address. They can even embed the Zillow link if you really want it to be right there for you. Okay. Click on the Zillow link, read the notes. Okay. They want to sell. They only have 3 weeks to do it. They're currently commuting 2 hours. They really don't want to list it because they don't have enough equity to pay a commission, and they don't need to buy another house. You as a real estate agent can problem solve that. Your ISA can only give you the information. Me hearing that, I would give them a call right now. You know what? Let's go ahead and put a lockbox on there. If you want to give me a call at any time, I'll go ahead and do the showings for you. If the buyer doesn't want that house, I want you to sign an agreement that they're my buyer. Yes, I will absolutely open up the house. And if they do buy, by me showing it to them, I'm representing them, you're paying me a 2% commission. Get the paperwork out of the way. Put one of your lockboxes on there. Help them. You'll probably get the listing. Okay, because while you're there, you can say, this really isn't staged properly. If it isn't, these pictures need to be updated. Let's get my professional in here. We need to get better on this marketing. Okay, there's lots of things that you can go in there and do for the for sale by owners. We're seeing about 25% of them wanting our help as far as wanting to be able to buy another house after this sells. So that 1-to-4 ratio is actually pretty fantastic. Get your preferred lender on board, all right? Because when you set them an appointment with a for sale by owner to qualify them on what they need to buy, you guys want to be on the same page. If the buyer can't buy in the next year, what if your lender wants to help them with a refinance? All right. Patrick, what's that? You better stay working until I get my license. Get your license already. What the heck? Gosh, they have like a 9-day crash course. I think I got mine like in 3 months studying online. I know Arizona's 9 days in person. Better get on that. Anyway, I hope this was a big value to you guys. I'm going to end this video and then jump back on with internet leads, mostly Commissions Inc. And then we'll kind of tag into a little bit with first response from Facebook leads and dive into that. So have your questions ready. I'm going to finish this off right now. Hopefully it was great. I'd love to hear your comments and your feedback, or if there's another thing that you do, an objection handler that you really love, post in the comments. I can always include it to some of our training packets if you're wanting to share. All right. Hope you guys are all having a great day. I'll talk to you later.